Coming up in this week's episode, I'll be sharing a construction update from Superbike Race, a new roller coaster coming to Mirabilandia. Track installation has begun for Tigris at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay, so I'll be sharing some photos from that. We'll also be looking at a POV from the new roller coaster coming to Linnanmäki in Finland, and along with that sharing an updated POV from a new roller coaster called Kentucky Flyer over at Kentucky Kingdom. I'm Sean Sandbrook, this is TPW Weekly, and that means it's time to cue those titles. It's Wednesday the 5th of December 2018 and welcome to this week's episode. So yes, I had originally intended to film this on location at Europa Park, but the weather was absolutely awful, and I'm not just talking about a little bit of rain, it was absolutely chucking it down. So yeah, I didn't actually get a chance to film it on location, but I have done the two vlogs still. It was a little bit rainy at some points, but the days that I did the vlogs, it wasn't as bad as it had given it out. But then the days that I'd done the vlogs and I was going to record TPW Weekly, it chucked it down all day. So yeah, I didn't even want to take the camera on part, to be honest, even though it was in a bag. It was really bad. I just sat on the roller coasters. I thought, I'm going to get wet anyway. I don't mind getting soaked, but I don't want all the camera equipment to get soaked. But there you go. I've literally just come back from Europa Park, sitting back here at the World of Theme Parks, and yeah, bringing you this week's episode. As we move forward then, now normally TPW Weekly does come to an end, like the last week of the theme park season, the first week of November. But because there's been quite a lot of theme park news to talk about, I decided to keep the series going for a little bit longer. However, it is coming to the end of this series of TPW Weekly. Over 40 episodes I've brought you throughout the year with all the latest theme park news, and I think this is episode 41, and we'll be ending it with episode 42 next Wednesday on the 12th of December 2018. That'll be the final episode in this series of TPW Weekly. Hope you've enjoyed it, all the weekly sections and everything. It has been great, and of course as we move into early 2019 I'll give you all the information on what to expect with next year's videos, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Lots of new and exciting stuff and concepts coming to the channel as we move to the last part of this year actually and into 2019, so bring it on. Anyway, without further ado, it's time for all this week's theme park news in the weekly news roundup. Now, many different theme parks across the world are investing in new roller coasters for 2019. Mirabilandia in Italy announced quite a while back they were going to be building a new ride all themed around Ducati and the motorbikes. And this looks fantastic. It's called Superbike Race, and construction has really progressed ahead, especially in the past couple of months. The track's nearly finished by the looks of this construction image. And yeah, it looks great. It's actually manufactured by Maura Rides, and it's a spike dragster model. There's only one other of these operating in the world. That opened in 2017 at Skyline Park in Germany. But with this version, two tracks will race next to each other, side by side, and they'll race around 1,722 feet of track. So yeah, it looks very exciting. I love the colour scheme, and it's a massive space. I've never actually been to Mirabilandia. I need to go next year, especially to ride Katun, and a lot of the other rides there look great. But yeah, you can actually see Katun, the B&M inverted coaster in the background, but look how much space this takes up. Like, it took up a lot of room. I mean, I don't know what they're like at Mirabilandia for how much space they've got and room for expansion, but yeah, it seems like an interesting move. Such a big family coaster taking up that much space. So yeah, I'd be interested to know your thoughts on that. Do you think it would have been better if they'd have gone for something else or something a bit more thrilling, or do you think no, it's fine as it is? So comment down below on the video. I'd love to know your thoughts. Me personally, as long as it's a good ride, then I don't mind it taking up that much space, and maybe they've got a lot of room to expand at Mirabilandia. But yeah, it's certainly a massive ride when you compare it to the B&M invert just behind it. Yeah, fascinating. Yeah, like I say, it's all themed around Ducati with all the motorbike theme and everything. So I think it should be really quite nice when that opens in 2019. Right, moving over to Busch Gardens Tampa Bay now in Florida, where we've got some construction images from Tigris, their brand new premier ride Skyrocket 2. Here's a little look at some images. You can see just here some of the tracks gone into place, some of the lower track there on the ground. So yeah, it looks fantastic, doesn't it, how it's all coming up. I mean, the groundwork and stuff is what takes the time, and then it's when the track comes in, all the steel, it soon flies up, doesn't it, with the coaster construction. We know that from watching various projects like Icon here in the UK. Last winter we was watching that, and we know that all the foundations took ages, over a year, but then the track just shot up within a couple of months. So yeah, it's really exciting for Busch Gardens, because we also know there's a potential RMC coming in 2020. As much as it's still not confirmed, that we know there's something's coming to the Gwazi Park area. Gwazi's a GCI wooden roller coaster that's been SBNO for a few years. So yeah, it's a part to watch. This in 2019, something in 2020, and yeah, I look forward to following it. But yeah, some great construction images there, released officially by Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay. Right, moving on then, let's talk about Taiga again. Now, I said about this ride, or Taiga, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, the new ride coming to Linnanmäki in Finland, and it said Finland then, what am I going on about? So yeah, this new ride coming to Finland, and it looks great. I only spoke about it the other week, but yeah, with this, we've now got a full POV that shows what this is going to look like. It's like a POV of the animation of the ride, so yeah, I'll put that on the screen for you, so you can have a little look at what this ride's going to look like once it's complete. Only in 2019 this one, and it's an Intamin Bullets coaster. That looks like it's going to be a great ride, and the park are actually marketing it as like every roller coaster enthusiast dream. So yeah, I can't wait to get on it. Again, that looks like one that's going to have to be visited either in 2019 or 2020. I'd like to get out there next year, but obviously there's so much going on, it's always hard to decide, oh, what do I want to go and see and share with you guys. But I'll put it all together, and of course I'll let you all know sort of the end of January, early February, what the plans are for 2019 with Theme Park Worldwide and where we're going. But yes, moving on from that, I've got another animation to show you now, this time from the Kentucky Flyer at Kentucky Kingdom. Now this is a Gravity Craft hybrid coaster, basically all the wooden track, and then you've got the steel support structure. I've done quite a few of these. They're great rides. I mean, Twister, which is at Grunalund in Stockholm, that's a really great ride in Sweden. So yeah, I look forward to seeing this one and riding it hopefully at some point. But yeah, it's got 1,280 feet of track. It's only got a 45-foot drop, but the airtime looks great on this. Some real nice ejector and floater airtime. So here's a look at the POV of Kentucky Flyer. Looks like a really good fun ride, doesn't it? Like I say, lots of airtime in there. I don't think it's going to be like one of the best roller coasters out there, but it looks like it's going to be a really nice addition to the park and a good solid family ride. So I look forward to seeing an actual POV and one day riding it as soon as it's finished. But yeah, there you go, a little look at that animated POV released officially by Kentucky Kingdom. Anyway, moving on from that, it is time for the final Guess the Ride of the series here on Theme Park Worldwide. in last week's episode, I shared with you this image just here from somewhere at Disneyland Paris. I said it could either be in Walt Disney Studios or Disneyland Park. I'm happy to confirm it was from in Frontierland at Disneyland Park, and it was a zoomed in image of Molly Brown, which is the boat that runs round Big Thunder Mountain on the river just there, and you get some spectacular views of Phantom Manor, which hopefully is going to be opening in April, fingers crossed, and of course you get great views across Disneyland in general, looking out from the top level. So yeah, there you go, well done to anybody who got that right. But here we go, it's time for the final Guess the Ride of this series, and it's going to be another image, another zoomed in image, and I'll reveal it in the final episode of the series in next Wednesday. But here we go, here's your image on the screen now. Where is that and what ride is it? Comment down below on this video just for fun, and I'll reveal it in next Wednesday's final episode of the series. So yes, welcome to Merch Paradise, and as we're only a few weeks away from Christmas, just thought I'd share with you a couple of Christmas baubles from Disneyland Paris. So we'll start off with this one. I mean, these are a few years old now, but as you can see it says Disneyland Resort Paris there on the front, and you've got the Eiffel Tower with all tinsel wrapped around it, and then of course Mickey and Minnie out the front. I've got like over 20 different Disney baubles, I love them, and I need to put them on a tree really, just because I've been away for like a week and a half. I've not had time to put the tree up, but I might do it this week. But there you go, a little look at that one. And then this one here, another one of my favourites. It's Mickey Mouse inside a Mickey Mouse shaped bauble with a Santa hat on, which I really like that. And the Santa hat, it looks like it's material down the bottom, but it's not. It's like proper like ceramic, and the top's just material. But there you go, yeah, and you got Mickey inside there, and the best thing is it's like a snow globe, not like you go up to your tree and start shaking it. Well, you never know, you might do. But yeah, I just thought I'd share with you those, a couple of baubles from Disneyland Paris. Now in terms of merchandise, over winter, I'm going to be filming quite a few different videos coming up actually throughout December and into January, so make sure you stay tuned for those, all about the merchandise that I own here at the World of Theme Parks. Welcome to Interact With Me. So for next week's final episode of the series, I want you all to send in your best photo, what you've took at a theme park from somewhere in 2018. Get them sent in for next week's episode via the usual methods, either as a private message on the Theme Park Worldwide Instagram account, or also on our official Facebook page as well. Just search Theme Park Worldwide. But yes, get them sent in for next week's TPW Weekly. I look forward to sharing them here in Interact With Me. Let's have a look at what we've got sent in for this week then. We've got Kevin and Victoria here at Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen. Moving on, we've got Leanne, got a photo there with Lee in CBeebies Land. Following on from that, we've got Matthew with a Storm Force 10 on-ride photo there from Drayton Manor. Up next, we've got Alex and Zara with an awesome roller coaster wedding cake. Look at that, really nicely detailed that as well, so thanks for sharing that with us. We've got Ryan and his dad outside Valhalla at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Up next, Joe on Saw the Ride, so thank you for sharing that one with us. We then got Michael, who had a photo with me. It was great to meet you. I met so many people whilst I was on the trips recently. And if you do see me at a park, come over and say hello. We then got Marco, who had a photo with me there as well. And also Alexandra, who had a picture with me there as well. So thanks for sending those in. We've got Jenny with a friend just here on the London Eye. So thank you for sending that one in to us. Andrew and Cheryl are up next on Space Mountain. That's a great photo you got there. Oliver's up next with Europa's selection of Golden Ticket Awards. Look at that. Europa Parks won Best Theme Park Worldwide for quite a few years in a row now. So there you go, they're very proud of their rewards. So thank you for sharing that photo. Moving on to the birthdays. We've got a happy birthday to Victoria from Kevin and Scooby-Doo. So there you go, some sort of nickname for someone, is it? Or an animal? I'm not too sure. Let me know. Happy 17th birthday to Brandon. Happy 15th birthday to Mia. Have a great day. Happy birthday to Mark McGowan as well. And finally, happy birthday to Kieran. Hope you all have a wonderful day from myself and everyone here at Theme Park Worldwide. But there you go, that is all for this week's episode. Like I say, lots of vlogs to come throughout the week, including the day 1 and day 2 from Europa Park, and also a special look at the construction of Rulantica and Kronosar, the new hotel and water world coming to Europa Park as well, so stay tuned for that. So much more as well in terms of on and off ride videos, and yes, stay tuned early next year for details on where we're going to be visiting in 2019. I'm Sean Sandbrook, thanks for watching TPW Weekly, and that means it's time to cue those credits. Merry Christmas, see you soon.